Spoken word and poems is a beautiful way of experiencing storytelling, but I've never appreciated it. I've always said when it comes to me writing those things, I just want to say what I want to say. I don't want to try and make it rhyme. Well, this last year I had maybe 3 or 4 moments of inspiration to write a poem, and it was really fun. And one of those moments was in December, where I focused on writing a reflection over this last year. And I would like to read that for you now. It's about 4 minutes, so hang in there. We are so thankful we get to wave goodbye to a year that's been one of the hardest yet, filled with hard decisions, major changes, hopes unmet. The decisions mentioned weren't made by us. Nope. God invited a move for our family across the U.S. We literally waved goodbye to family and friends and embarked on an adventure with the big question being, to what end? The pressure was on to get out the door, pack up the truck, and travel 3 days, then more. But even that wasn't the hardest hill. It was the aftermath of a new family drill, a new routine, rather, that includes streets with traffic, remote work ethic, summer heat, and new habits. Did you know habits are the hardest to keep after major change happens in your life, like ours did meet? Our habits went out the window, honestly still are, flying overhead just out of sight, afar. But as we've picked up pieces scattered on the floor, the friendships, the socks, what felt lost at the core, we're finding those habits drifting back down, bringing with them a safety, a familiar sound, a sound of tools at work, rebuilding steadily what's been deconstructed, our hearts and minds, toward unity. Because after a change like we went through, unity is one of the hardest things to hang on to. There's inner turmoil we had to enter, an involuntary reaction that sneaks up from the center, the deepest part of you, where your soul stays hidden and out of view. Only the voice of love knows this room, and entering into it has made us wonder what would ensue. And yet, once there, we've asked that voice, now what? And he quietly has answered, come and see. I'll show you. The inner turmoil, though, still begs the question, what have we done? Especially when we can't seem to find the fun of exploration in a new place, because we're just too tired after matching the pace of our 3 kids running about, wanting attention and laughter and the next thing to scout. But as tired as we are with the first grade reading, the pre-K glee, and the toddler feeding, there are moments we've noticed gathered around the table that feel familiar, joyful, and remind us we're able to pursue when everything's new, able to forgive more times than a few, able to love in the midst of sorrow, able to revive dry hearts bent and narrow, able to say honestly, we're not okay, and let it rest without needing to change, able to linger in stories, familiar and sweet, able to treasure the simple things, like candy at Christmas time, shared at our feet. So, to bring this year to a close, we don't have the answers we thought would impose themselves to us after this big move. But we do have hope and glimmers of who called us to change our lives, our perspective of what we see and experience. And the ultimate objective? It's a gift to be opened, to daily know intimate presence and allow him to mend us.